Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players, physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. On the option. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. It's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get into him, get the 1st down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Open space at the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Buckeyes! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And it's up and no good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 96,
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Toss to the left. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Gets it out fast. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Trojans in the hurry-up. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
Try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. He fires to the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Quarterback keeps it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The give to the left. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
These corners going to give them some space. To the air, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Peoples. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his feet. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
The sure hands, it's Peoples. There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Carr. The screen, he's got wheels. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll go with a quick touch pass. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against the guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's got it on the outside. He's loose down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Wallace. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to run it to the right. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. Catch inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Snagged in the middle, it's Sims. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. To the air on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Carr. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He uncorks one deep. Makes a grab on the shot. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
5-yard line. 1st and goal, USC.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Toss sweep to the right. Gets it past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Carr. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play. But understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Quick release by the QB. Touchdown Trojans! And the comeback is on! has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Central Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to fire on second down. Spits it out to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Jackson. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jacobs. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Yeah, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that.
Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here we go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
On the run, it's Jordan. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for it all. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage. And they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Carr. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
This freshman makes the stop after a short...
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
Calls his own number. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
The Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Dropping back, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Trojans! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 5 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Briggs. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Jackson. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Making side adjustments here. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Across the 25. He's got room. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it down. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good. Milk the clock, and it will be your friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Using his legs, it's Jackson. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. just going to keep it after the snap. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. He played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And they add another touchdown late. Listen, this game's over. We all know that, but they're running the football. It's your job defensively to play physical and try to get the stop late and make sure they don't continue to get the end zone.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.